a student in pursuit of perfect fluency should be careful to look at all the angles closely, very closely. You have to be careful, or you may make a error and listen to someone who doesn't know what they are talking about. On the other hand, is a construction that has been debated for the last 100 years. Some people think that it can be used by itself, while others think that it can only appear with its corresponding term, on the one hand. Of course, as you know from my videos, I believe that they have to appear together. On the one hand. On the other hand. We have two hands, and so this construction is based on this reality. We don't have three hands, don't have four hands, and if we're weighing two ideas, it's rather awkward to have only one hand, especially the other hand, because we don't have the first hand, we have the other hand. So, in terms of your essay structure, it's good to be very careful. These terms here introduce your entire thought. So the entire thought of a paragraph. So in terms of essay structure, if you go first of all, second of all, on the other hand, it's rather jarring. The reader is left wondering, oh, where is the first hand? I don't know where the first hand is. I have the other hand, but I don't have the first hand on the one hand. So this is rather jarring. So as a rule of thumb, don't just use on the other hand as a paragraph starter with no reason. There is an exception, of course, and this is when on the one hand is implicit. In order for this to make sense, there has to be a clear relationship between two parts of a sentence, or from the final sentence of one paragraph to the first sentence of the next paragraph. In our example, this is, of course, the paragraph. So let's take a look at this. This is the transitional area here. So as you can see, this is the second paragraph right here. This is the second paragraph. And this is the third paragraph. Okay, so we've gone from first of all, second of all, to on the other hand. Now, in terms of a paragraph structure, that's kind of jarring. But there is another way. If this sentence here, the last sentence in the previous paragraph, transitions from on the one hand, and this is implicit, so there's no on the one hand here, but it's implicit. On the one hand, this makes tax policy a priority of good governance, and then if we use on the other hand to start our paragraph, and this sentence here is related to this sentence here, if it's related, contrasting, of course, because we have on the one hand and on the other hand. This is a contrast. On the one hand, I like the taste of chicken. On the other hand, it can be unhealthy because of the fat. Okay? Here, this transition does not work because we have this makes tax policy a priority of good governance. And then we have, on the other hand, it is also important that should be good system of tax relief. Well, a policy of tax relief is, of course, a priority of good governance. So they are not opposites. And so this transition from the last sentence to the first sentence of the next paragraph does not work. And hence we cannot use on the other hand here. Cannot use on the other hand here. We have to use another transitional phrase. So, on the one hand, on the other hand,